Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here once again. As normal, hopefully you guys had a very good night in the MLB on that big 15 game slate we had yesterday. Yeah, some of the scores weren't as big as as we thought. Still, cash line wasn't too bad. It was pretty far up there. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was another W for us last night. As normal, guys, if you guys are playing by yourselves, like I said, I would love to recommend. Um, to play in small leagues or anything like that, playing some double ups and 50-50s. Like I said, it's not always, you know, you don't always have to play in the big tournaments. The big thing that I've been looking at recently here for MLB is the percentages paid out. So usually in the big tournaments, let's say like the $9 one or the 999 one. The payouts are usually around 19 to 20%. Anyway, to figure that out, I'll just briefly tell you what you do is you take the number of positions that are paid. So let's say 350 are paid, and then you divide that number by how many positions are, entered. So let's say 350 are paid, and there are 1,000 entries. You divide 350 divided by 1,000, and then that is whatever you find your number. So it might be like 0.24 or something like that. That means 24% of the field is paid out. If it's anywhere from like 17, 18, 19% payout, you don't really want to play in those tournaments. Normal's about 20%. When I play in tournaments, I look for anything from 21 to 22% payout. Like I said, hopefully that's not too confusing, because some of you guys ask, how I win. Sometimes, the score I have wouldn't have won in in a $9 tournament or anything like that. Like I said, playing some small leagues. The one I played in, it was only a 5-person tournament, and the top two won. That is a 40% payout. The payouts aren't crazy, but still, like I said, 40%. I'll definitely take that for sure. So, like I said, when you're playing, please, be aware of how much the percentage is being paid out. Like I said, to find that out, just take how many people. Take how many people win. Like I said, 350, and then divide that by how many entries there are, which could be 1,000. So 350 divided by 1,000, and then that will figure out how many people the percentage win. Like I said, if it's 17, 18, 19%, don't really want to enter into that. Sometimes, like the monster, it's only 16, 17%, which is terrible. Like I said, you're going to be looking for 21, 22%. And like I said, if you play some small leagues, most of those are 30, 40%. So definitely playing some of those. So, like I said, I've been getting a couple questions, would just like to verify, kind of my strategy. So, like I said, if you're playing in the ones that are 17, 18%, they're probably going to be taking a lot of your money. So, like I said, definitely watch out for the percentages. So, just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Anyway, like I said, this was in a small league, scored at 148, and this one came in second, won $500. Anyway, had Arrieta. If you look at the lineup, if you look at the video yesterday, I recommended Arrieta. Hopefully, you guys put him in there. Had 11 strikeouts, very solid there from Arrieta. Also recommended Carpenter, since he was the number one on the slate. Rating wise, he had a solid 19.2. Goodrum, he was 2,800, very solid as well, 24.6. Turner, thought he'd do a little more. LA scored 11, but he had nothing to do with it really. 9.2, disappointing there. Diaz, he kind of popped up on the ratings. I told you shortstop was terrible last night, so I decided just to put him in there. He only got me 3. So a little disappointing from them. Put in Blackman, 18.2. I liked him here. Even though it was a hard matchup against Rodriguez, he still had 3 singles and a stolen base. Hernandez, he popped up as well in the ratings. Didn't have any points, but I thought he would do a little better than that. Kike Hernandez, 15.9. He's always good against a lefty and Vargas. And then Belt, we had him on the ratings yesterday, and he had 9, which was okay. So, like I said, another W for us last night. We'd love to have you guys on board. Only $8 per day, or $40 for the rest of the season with playoffs. So, like I said, please take into consideration your percentages in your tournament. That is one. And also, like I said, playing some small leagues. Like I said, I do recommend doing that. And, that's not just for MLB. That's for NFL, MLB, and obviously NBA, and any sport really that you play in. So, Yeah, like I said, we'd love to have you guys join us. We are still doing pretty good, as you guys see. Almost every day we are posting winning lineups, so we'd love to have you guys join us. Also, as normal, NFL is going to be on Sunday, week 1. We're definitely excited for that. Like I said, probably have a video up for you guys on Friday for that. We got PGA coming up Thursday morning. We'd love to have you join us for that. Only $10 for that one for 2 lineups. So that is mostly it. Like I said, to get in on PGA or MLB, please message us on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section for you. If you want to sign up for NFL, we have that on the website already to go. And if you do sign up for the season for NFL, you will automatically get the NBA preseason absolutely free. So definitely not too bad there. All right, anyway, let's get into it. We got another nice slate here. We got 12 of them on the main slate. Chicago has a little bit of a weather concern. It's not looking too bad right now, but definitely keep an eye on it. So that is mostly it. But yeah, if you look at this slate, the pitchers are it's going to be a very interesting pitching day. We got Severino at 10-8, but he's facing Oakland. We know how he's been. He's been up and down. Wheeler against a really hard LA team. He's been doing good, but as we know, LA can strike at any moment. Jameson Taillon probably saving a cash. Cincinnati is a pretty good offense once in a while, but he should get the W in this one. Chacin, he's been solid, but he is facing Chicago. Another, like I said, these teams are fighting each other right now for the playoffs, so they're going to be going at it. Hyun-Jin Ryu, maybe half decent gets the Mets. Tanner Roark, Pivetta, Kopech, and then so on. So as you see, another one of those iffy slates on pitching. Nothing too crazy here. All right, so let's get into it. Kluber's on the early slate, so we're going to get rid of that one. As we just mentioned, Severino, number 1 rated player, but if you look at the opponent, ISO and Walvo, man, that's not looking good. 21 and 28. But like I said, they had Jay Happ here last night, and he did pretty good. Solid. I think 35 or 40. I didn't play him, so I don't know what he got, but I know he did all right. So maybe we can put him in there. He is 10-8. We got Tanner Roark here as technically the second-rated pitcher on the slate here against the Cardinals. So this one's interesting here. $8,300. This dude's been up and down. He is at home. Cardinals are an offense that can score a little bit. Like I see the Walva and ISO are kind of middle of the pack there. Opponent K rate, he might get you 6 or 7. But overall, it's not looking bad over here. Walva versus righties, and et cetera. Not looking too bad. Hard contact rate against lefties is second, and then second against righties. So we'll see. We'll see how he does here. Like I said, there's not really any pitcher that's a true number 1 in this one. Like I said, you got Severino, but really hard matchup there. So maybe go Roark. He's ranked number 3 overall. Next, you got Jose Quintana here against the Brewers. Another hard matchup against a team that can hit, and a pretty good hitter's ballpark there. So that's up to you on either one of those if you want to go that way. You got Aaron Sanchez at 6,500 against the Rays. Another team that's hit and miss. They can hit or they can strike out a lot. They've been hot as well. Then you got Wheeler, Tyler Glasnow. So as you see, nothing too pretty here. So I guess Tanner Roark or Jose Quintana is kind of where you're going for if you're trying to spin down. If you're trying to spin up, I guess Severino, maybe Wheeler, but I'd probably spin kind of mid-range here for your pitcher here tonight. Is kind of what I am looking at. So pitcher, it's nothing too crazy here. So maybe we can stack up on the bats. All right, as normal, we start at catcher. You don't have to have him on Fanduel, but always like to look at him. As we saw last night, I recommended Yadier Molina, and he hit a bomb, I think 3 or 4 RBI, so he did very good for you last night. Anyway, they got Omar Narvaez, as the number 1 rated catcher against Jordan Zimmerman. If he's in the starting lineup, I don't mind him. Wellington Castillo just came back from the 80-game suspension, so don't know what's going on there. Definitely check to see if he's in the starting lineup or not. If he is, why not put him in there? He's not too bad. First base here, got Rizzo Murphy second base, but they have him listed as first base. Taking on Chacin, like I said, Chacin, I think last time he faced Chicago, he did pretty good. But like I said, they got him up here on the ratings, so you can definitely consider Rizzo or Murphy. Then you got Matt Carpenter against Tanner Roark. He's always up there. Brendan Belt, you got him at 19. Pujols is on the DL. And then you got Josh Bell against Homer Bailey. Like I said, these always update throughout the day. So I'm expecting a couple more Pittsburgh guys to pop up, a couple more LA guys to pop up, maybe a couple more Texas Rangers to pop up. Like I said, this is just the initial ratings here. So, like I said, I'm expecting a lot more value to be popping up here throughout the day. And then second base to start it off, Robbie Cano here at 3,700 against Andrew Kashner. Hit one last night, maybe hits another one. Yohan Moncada at 3,000 against Zimmerman. Adam Frazier, I picked him the other night, as we know. He had 40-plus points against Homer Bailey. Asdrubal Cabrera against Dan Straley, not bad. DJ LeMahieu against Suarez. There is a couple Rockies, obviously, here against Suarez tonight. And then it go a little bit lower, Jeanette. Don't know if you really need to pay for that. If you need someone just cheap, maybe David Fletcher against Bartolo Colon might get you 9 points, but that's just if you need someone cheap. But Cano and Moncada and Frazier, those are probably the three I'm looking at here this evening. I think Frazier will probably be the most popular one since they are going up against Bailey in this one. All right, moving on to shortstop here. We have Story ranked 8 overall. That's obvious against Suarez. He's very expensive, but if you can afford him, I definitely recommend putting him in there. If you need to save some money, you got Simmons here at only 2,900 against Mr. Bartolo Colon. You got Elvis Andrus against Jamie Berra. I'm not sure how you say his name, but those are the top 3 there, and then it takes a big dive after that. So, like I said, if you can get Story, definitely recommend putting him in there. I'm going to try all I can to get him in there. Pretty good matchup here tonight. And then really don't mind Simmons here against Bartolo Colon. All right, moving on. I think we got third base here. Obviously, Nolan Arenado is going to be number 1 at 4,800. Yolmer Sanchez, man, his price went up $3,500 against Zimmerman. 13 overall. He's very expensive, but shoot, I don't mind him. If you need to save a little bit of money, you got Colin Moran. His price went up 500, but still very respectable against Bailey. If you want to go that way, those are the top 3 I'm looking at. And then once again, another drop off after that. So Arenado, most expensive, and then obviously Sanchez at 35. And then if you want kind of a safety net, Moran to get you maybe 9 or 12 points. That's kind of what I would recommend if you can't get Arenado here. Probably not going to get Story or Arenado unless you go really cheap on your pitcher. But if you can get him in there, shoot, that would be awesome. But if not, like I said, you got safety net with Sanchez or Moran there at third base. All right, moving out to the outfield, Mike Trout. He does pretty good, I think, against Colon in his career. He's at 5,000. Man, I don't know if I can get him in there. Dickerson, like him. Polanco, like him. Like I said, a couple Pittsburgh bats should be popping up later on. We got Daniel Palika. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. Anyway, he's one of those guys that kind of hits a home run, or that's really it. So hopefully he can get one for you. You got Schwarber here against Chacin. Once again, Marte, another Pittsburgh Pirate against Homer Bailey. Then you got Span against Kashner. And then, Hicks, Garcia, Delmonico. Like I said, probably put in a couple Chicago guys. They are pretty cheap, so probably put in a couple of them. So looks like, a couple of Pittsburgh guys, maybe 1 or 2 Chicago Cubs bats, also 1 or 2 Chicago White Sox bats just to put them in there. Maybe 1 or 2 LA guys. If you can fit 1 or 2 Rockies, they are in Coors. It's going to be hard to do it. But if you can fit them in there, I think this is a good night to put them in there. Like I said, Story and Arenado are my favorites, but they're also the most expensive. So, but I think you can get at least 1, maybe 2 in there on a slate like today where your pitcher is going to be kind of trash. Maybe get you 25 or 30 is kind of what you're hoping for there. Like I said, watch out for that White Sox game with the rain. As normal, watch the wind and stuff like that. So, going to be interesting 12-game slate here. Like I said, pitching's kind of trash, and if the stacks pay off, then they should be pretty good here. So, definitely, as normal, looking forward to this one. So, like I said, another W for us last night. As you see there, won $500 there in a small tournament. As I mentioned earlier in the video, please do your research on the payouts, percentages. Like I said, if it's 17, 18, 19%, don't really play in those tournaments. They're probably going to take your money. It's just not a good cash out. Like I said, to find the percentages, just take the number of people that win divided by how many people, how many entry fees are there. And then, like I said, whatever that comes out to could be 21.111. Obviously, that's 21%. So, like I said, the higher the number, 21, 22, 23, the better the tournament to enter. So, like I said, stay away from those low payout percentages there on those tournaments. And like I said, always playing some small ones. Like I said, 5, maybe 10 player leagues. Watch the payouts on that one. Anything 30% higher on the small tournaments, those are very good to enter. So that is it. We'd love to have you guys join us. $8 a day or $40 for the rest of the season with playoffs. NFL is right around the corner on Sunday. $30 per month for that, or $150 for the season. And like I said, if you get the season, you get NFL playoffs and NBA preseason for that. And as normal, we got golf here on Thursday morning. So that is it. Like I said, MLB, want to get signed up on that, hit our Twitter in the comment section. If you want to get signed up on NFL, hit us up on our email in the comment section and follow the directions there to get all set up. Alrighty, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, do a lot of little research for you, and also, like I said, if you guys follow a lot of these tools and stuff and the rankings, you'll probably put a pretty good lineup together. As you guys saw with Molina yesterday, he went off. Arrieta, I got him at 2% ownership. So some of those guys did pretty good. So please take some of these guys into considerations in your own lineup. If you're building them, they will help you guys out and probably win some money. So like I said, if you like the video, please leave a like. I do appreciate your guys' feedback. If you have any questions or anything, let me know in the comment section or hit us up on Twitter. And if you are new here, please sub. We are going to be doing NFL and obviously NBA videos daily for you guys as well. Alrighty, we will see you guys all a little bit later. Hopefully you guys win some money tonight. And, yeah, have a good day.